Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Lesson number 4 is about Shash Aqsaam. So there are 6 types of kalima, 6 types of words according to Huruf Asliya and Huruf Zaida. So there is firstly Sulasi Mujarrad, Sulasi Mazid Fi, Rubaai Mujarrad, Rubaai Mazid Fi, Khumaasi Mujarrad, Khumaasi Mazid Fi. These 6 are known as Shash Aqsaam. If a word which has 3 Huruf Asliya, if it has 3 huruf asliya, it is known as Sulasi. If it has 4, it is known as Rubaai. And if it has 5, it is known as Khumaasi. And if there is an additional letter in it, it is called Mazid Fi. And if it has no additional letter, then it is known as Mujarrad. The details will be as followed. Firstly is Sulasi Mujarrad. Sulasi Mujarrad is a word which has 3 huruf asliya and no extra letter, like Nasara, Madad ki us ek mard ne, meaning he helped, on the scale Fa'ala. And Zaydun, which is a name of a person, is on the scale of Fa'lun. So in Nasara, because there are 3 letters and these 3 letters are its original letters, because they come on the scale of Fa'ala, these will all be huruf asliya and there will be no zaida, no additional letters. And also in Zaydun, because it comes on the scale Fa'lun, here you can see that there are 3 original letters and there is no additional letter, so this will also be Sulasi Mujarrad. Number 2 is Sulasi Mazid Fi. Sulasi Mazid Fi is a word which has 3 huruf asliya, 3 original letters, and it has an additional letter with it, like Akrama, to respect, on the scale of Af'ala, and Sirajun on the scale Fi'alun. So in Akrama, the Hamza you see in the beginning is an additional letter, whereas Kaf, Ra and Mim are its original letters. Because if you look at the scale is defined on Fa, Ain and Lam, and the Hamza here in the beginning is additional, so it comes on the same scale. So the Hamza is additional extra, and the Fa, Ain, Lam, so here Kaf, Ra, Mim will be its original letters. And in Sirajun, it comes on the scale Fi'alun. Again, Fa, Ain and Lam, so Sin, Ra, Jim, it's its original letters, and the Alif is its extra letter. Next is Rubaai Mujarrad. Rubaai Mujarrad is a word which has 4 huruf asliya and no extra letters, like Zalzala, to shake, on the scale Fa'lala. So Fa'ain, because remember we mentioned before about there can be 1 lam, 2 lam or 3 lam. So here there are 2 lam used, but these are all huruf asliya. So Fa'lala comes on the scale of Zalzala. Zalzala comes on the scale Fa'lala, and Jardakun, roti ka tukra, meaning a piece of bread, comes on the scale Fa'lalun, and these are all Ruba'i Mujarrad. There are no additional letters. Ruba'i Mazid Fi is a word which has 4 huruf asliya and it also contains an additional letter, like Tazandaqa, Zindiq hona, to be a heretic, on the scale of the Fa'lala. And Simsarun meaning broker, on the scale Fi'lalun. The Ta in Tazandaqa is additional, because as you can see on the Fa'lala, the Ta is additional, Fa, Ain, Lam, Lam is original, and the Alif in Simsarun, which is on the scale Fi'lalun, is additional, whereas Sin, Mim, Sin, Ra, it is original Huruf Asliya. The 5th type is Khumaasi Mujarrad. Khumaasi Mujarrad is that word which has 5 huruf asliya and no extra letters, like Jahmarishun, an old woman. On the scale Fa'lalilun. And here all the letters, they are original letters. There is no additional letters because all three lam have been used, and the fa'ain is also there, and these come on the scale. So Jahmarishun comes on the scale Fa'lalilun. All original letters, no extra letters. The last type is Khumaasi Mazid Fi. Khumaasi Mazid Fi is a word which has 5 huruf asliya with an additional letter, like Khandarisun, an old wine, on the scale Fa'lalilun, and the Kha, Nun, Dal, Ra, and Sin are its original letters on the scale Fa, Ain, Lam, Lam, and the last Lam, and the Ya here, which is also the Ya here, and in the word and the Risun is its Zaid, it's its extra additional letter. One important thing to note is that Khumasi Mujarrad and Khumasi Mazid Fi, they can only be Asma, meaning only nouns can come on them, but Af'al cannot be Khumasi. So, if a Sigha Wahid Muzakkar, a Fail Mazi is Mujarrad, then all Asma and Af'al formed from it will also be considered as Mujarrad, even if they have extra letters. So to understand this, if you have Daraba, which is Sulasi Mujarrad, everything else after like Yadribu, then Madrubun, Daribun, these will also be considered to be Sulasi Mujarrad. And if the above mentioned Sigha is Mazid Fi, then the words formed from it will also be Mazid Fi. Like Dahraja is Rubaai Mujarrad. So Yudahriju, Mudahrijun, Mudahrajun, these will all also be the same Rubai Mujarrad. Exercises. Question number 1. What is Sulasi, Rubai and Khumasi? So we will go right at the beginning and we will mention Sulasi is a word which has 3 huruf asliya, Rubai is a word which has 4 huruf asliya, and Khumasi is a word which has 5 huruf asliya. Next question is Shash Aqsaam se kya murad hai? What is the meaning of Shash Aqsaam? What does it mean? So Shash Aqsaam is basically a word which has Shash Aqsaam is basically 6 different types of kalima according to huruf asliya and huruf zaida, like Sulasi Mujarrad, Sulasi Mazid Fi, Rubai Mujarrad, Rubai Mazid Fi, Khumasi Mujarrad, Khumasi Mazid Fi. So these are Shash Aqsaam. Question number 3 is explain Shash Aqsaam with their examples. So with this you'll have to go through the lesson again, look at all 6 types and then mention the example with them, and you can also mention what scale they come on. The last question is, can Af'al be Khumasi? So we read below near the end that only Asma can be Khumasi Mujarrad and Mazid Fi, but Af'al they cannot be Khumasi. So only Asma nouns, the 6 types, all of them, they can be any of them, and Af'al, the 4 types from them, Sulasi Mujarrad, Sulasi Mazid Fi, Rubai Mujarrad, Rubai Mazid Fi, they can be from them, but they cannot be Khumasi Mujarrad or Khumasi Mazid Fi. So this is where the lesson ends, and in next lesson inshallah we will discuss Haft Iqsam, the 7 types.